All right, well, welcome to Spit in the Bit. We have some racing going on in Florida this weekend down at Gulfstream Park. You got some big time races going on, and nothing bigger than the Pegasus World Cup Invitational on the card. So we're going to talk about that today. What do you think, Kev?
I think it's a good idea.
All right,
Three
so
million dollar purse.
3 million. Yikes!
We have last year's winner of the race in this race,
Which was
White Barrio.
Yeah, and White Barrio is one of your Breeders' Cup disappointments because you wanted to see
Big
White
time.
Barrio and Sovereignty and White Barrio are the two that you left there kind of going, shoot, I wish I would have seen them. But
Well, and Mystic Dan too.
oh
Like
yeah, Mystic Dan was a little
my
bigger for me.
trifecta all didn't run.
All that work and you couldn't even bet on them.
I know it was a bummer.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah, we
this,
have some Breeder Cup winners in here, and I mean, including White Barrio.
yeah, yeah, different lengths and different surfaces, even I think. So
Yeah, I mean, White Barrio won the um, classic at 2 years back at Santa Anita.
yeah.
So
So again, and how White Barrio, what 7-year-old?
yeah, which is awesome.
I
I love that they're still,
love that. Yeah.
out
So
there having fun with them, and he's still loving running.
yeah. So who do you like in this one? Let's start with the one with your winner. Who do you think's winning this race?
Kind of goes against tradition, and likelihood probably too. But by my numbers, I like White Barrio. I think this race sets up of the top contenders in my mind. I think similar running styles for my other top three horses. And I just think that it sets up pretty well for White Barrio. Um, Not outstanding, but I think he's got a decent chance. I don't think Safi would bring him back
Good
um,
point.
if he had a real chance. I mean, what's he got to prove? He's already won this race last year, and he's already run, Breeders' Cup, and list just goes on. Um,
I do not
and
have White Barrio first, by the way.
I know um, and I think I know um, where you're going, but why don't you say?
Well, I think White Barrio is hard to figure out. I have White Barrio finishing second just because if White Barrio is on, if they're bringing him back and he's even close to his form, he's very tough to beat. Um, but tough to figure out. And you know we'll see. I can't really. It's a tough race to bet just because again, not sure what White Barrio we're gonna get. After a long layoff, he's 7 years old, all that. But I'm going with the favorite. I'm going a little chalky, I know. I'm going with Disco Time. Disco
Mm-hmm.
Time is 5 for 5. Won won the Lecomte, which is we just did last weekend. Actually, I think that
Yep.
was 5. That was his. He came back from being in 10th, but that's not even his normal. He's not a closer. It's not his normal running style, but
It
he
was on the
came,
slop too back,
yeah,
last year.
right.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. You just um, don't know for sure with this horse, but he looks awfully good, and obviously there's a lot of races they could be running disco time in, and this is the one they've been obviously shooting for.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Again, though, I don't know if he's faced this quality of field. These big time horses. In the
right, which
races.
he hasn't. That's the
That's the
you
knock.
know
Yeah.
right,
Um,
exactly.
but it's
But he's been crushing
dominating.
every.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominating wins. 4 of the 5 were just big time. So I'm going with him. I'm going with him to win. White Barrio to come in second because I just don't want to disrespect that horse who's of his class. So who
Yeah,
do you?
I mean, Safi too. I mean, Safi does great at Gulfstream Park, and um,
True.
White Barrios ran 10 times at Gulfstream and won 8 of them. It's only one time he hasn't finished in the money at Gulfstream.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that would make sense for him to make, his long layoff coming back at Gulfstream. My first note on
right,
him is really in bold letters, loves Gulfstream. So, so yeah,
right,
yeah,
right, which he does. Um,
terrific. Who do you have in second? I told you I have White
um,
Barrio two. Who do you have two?
I'm going, my 1, 2 are both former Breeders' Cup winners. I'm going with Full Sereno, um, who hasn't won the Classic, but won the Dirt Mile year and change ago at Del Mar, and then had a little bit of a rough go of it at Del Mar this year in the Dirt Mile. Um, but I put a line through the most recent Breeders' Cup. Um, and I like his post position. Um, I like how he was running the 4 races prior to the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. So, yeah, I have John Sandler with Joao Rosario um, finishing second. How about you?
Well, second I have White Barrio.
Oh, you do. That's right.
Disco
That's
time,
right.
and then
Yeah.
White Barrio second, and then yeah, third I have Tappan Street. Should probably be saying the
Which is
numbers of
the
these horses, shouldn't we? Number seven,
yeah.
Tappan Street.
Right. Full Sereno's number 3. Disco Times number 1.
First
So
post.
you're going with 2 Brad Cox horses in the finish in the
Hitting the board,
trifecta.
yeah. First and third. It, it I like Tappan Street a lot. He beat Sovereignty in the Florida Derby. Again, we've talked about that. That
I believe it's
Sovereignty didn't
I think
have to
it's the
win
last
that.
horse to
Yeah, last horse.
right.
So
I mean,
got to give him respect for
can't
that.
that right.
Um, Second in the Holy Bull. This horse is a good horse. My fear is with him is he may get caught up in a speed duel, and that would be bad for him. That would so hopefully he can run his race and not get caught up in a speed duel and burn himself out. But I like his chances of hitting the board.
All right.
So my
Um,
look, I throw in my other one just
sure.
because Mika. What number is Mika?
Mika's number 10.
Number 10. I like Mika. Not enough to put him in my top three, but
Mm-hmm.
he scares me. I think this horse has the ability to finish. He has the ability to win the race. So kind of scares me. I have him as my wild card. Not even I don't even want to say my fourth place horse. Just my wild card, the one that if I don't throw him in, my bet he's gonna blow my bet up because
Sure.
pretty good horse. Just anyways, that's Mika, the number 10. So I have 3+ horses. I'm going. So
I have Mika as my number 3 horse.
okay,
And only I'll be very surprised if he wins the race. But I also wouldn't be surprised if some other horses break. If he gets lucky and can um, get out on the lead and slow it down a little bit. Um, I think I agree with you. I think he's a dangerous horse. Um,
it's a good way of putting it.
cer-
He's a dangerous horse. Yeah.
Certainly, his last 2 races, he really showed some great early speed. So we'll see. My wild card horse, um, if you don't mind me
Oh
saying, is one that you haven't mentioned. I don't believe you've mentioned anyway. I don't recall you mentioning him, but British Isles.
yeah, I
Um,
did not mention. I don't have British Isles in my top six or so. So tell me why you like this horse.
um, I like this horse because again, I think it's going to be I think there's horses that are going to fight for the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Probably.
I
Tappan
don't
Street,
like
stay out of it. Tappan Street, don't. Sorry.
right, and I don't like the. I know you're a little concerned about I don't know if age, but is this going to be the real White Abarrio?
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident we're going to get that just because he's such a successful horse. I don't see them running him in this race if they don't think he can win. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, think they're running him in this race because they want a last hurrah. I think they think they're going to win the race.
Yeah.
So I think he's ready. Um, but I don't like the 11 post. So the horses that I think have the best tactical closing speed, that have enough speed to be take advantage of the rail. I like British Isles. His last race,
Okay.
digit buyer, and um, but we'll see.
So there's a method to your madness.
Method to my madness.
And
Yep.
British Isles is coming out of the two post, two horse.
Yep. I'm sorry. He's the number 2 horse. Correct.
Okay.
Um,
And White Abarrio, I don't know if we mentioned what White Abarrio is the 11 horse coming out of the 11 shoot,
yes.
which that's tough.
Yeah, that's way out there. And typically at this track, that's not a great thing. But speaking of Tappan Street, if I'm not mistaken, I'll double check, but I think he and Sovereignty left in the Florida Derby. Yeah, Tappan Street was post 9. I think Sovereignty, if I remember right, was like post 8 or something.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, in a field of 10 though. But again, I don't I mean he wins the Florida Derby and then he's off. And then a month ago he runs a 62,000 optional claimer race, and they're going to run them in this. It's not my cup of tea typically. I don't like those gigantic jump ups. I'd like to have seen at least a graded stakes here in the last couple months.
Yeah, that's a good call. Good point. So, all right. Well, it's going to be a fun weekend. A lot of good racing. I know you're going to be at Canterbury. I'm going to be at Santa Anita.
Yeah, yours sounds better. I don't know. Wine tasting in Southern California, it's going to be, we're going to have wind chills of like 45 below um Friday
nice,
morning, and
nice to be
high
indoors. Nice to be indoors.
down
Yeah.
the wind-swept plains of Shakopee. It's
Whew.
going to be brutal.
Yeah.
Not that I'll be stuck inside, but just that 5-minute walk from the parking lot to
getting from the parking lot to the yeah. Sorry, man. I'm going to be sitting outside Wine Fest at Santa Anita.
Well, don't pity me. You and I both grew up in this mayhem and then lived in Southern California, and I moved back. So
yeah, you knew what you were
I got
getting
no
into.
excuses.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't. Well, hey, I'll let you go. And
all right,
this will be an interesting race. I don't think there's a lot of great horses, but there's definitely some very interesting horses.
oh yeah, I mean, I think there's 4 really solid, interesting horses, and yeah, it'll be a fun race though. I like it.
Yeah. So all right. Well, hey, we'll touch base again.
All right,
Let's make some money.
sounds good. That's the best.